So here we are once again. Here we are once again. So what would this be called? Harvest Harvest Moon? Well, I just like to call it Man on the Moon. Here's this one is bigger right here. Let me give you the wider view. This one is bigger and this one is thicker. This one is 3 inches thick. I cut it out on my bandsaw. We're not going to carve this one today. Well, I'm not going to carve this one on video today if I can get it to stand up. We are going to carve this one. This is cut out of a fence board. It's these are popular. It's very simple to do. If you're a very beginner and you haven't done much wood carving with the Dremel, I'm sure you could do this. You just got to believe in yourself and have some faith. So this would be like basically kind of half of a face. Well, you just see a side view. When you get something this thick, you can make it so you can push that, curve that nose way deeper and get more three-dimensional. It would still be a side view, but you can make it look like the face is in here coming out. But this one, like I said, it's an inch thick, so you don't have that much room. So it basically hang on a wall, look like this. And like I said, it's simple. Well, here's the thing. I don't remember how simple it is because I haven't carved one in a long time. But if you believe in yourself, you can do it. What I did on this too is I got some super glue, some of that Cia glue, and I put it on the back part here. Because if I cut this nose too thin, I didn't want it to break off. So if you put some super glue in there, it'll probably have less chance of breaking. Anyways, enough of wasting your guys' time. Let's draw this face on. So it would be like a wood spirit kind of face in here. You don't have to do the wood spirit, but the wood spirit's the easiest face to carve because the beard and the mustache hides the chin and the lips. So anyways. So I cut this out in my bandsaw. You guys, if you have like a jigsaw, you can cut it out. Even if you've got a handsaw, you can cut it out. You don't have, I cut it so the nose is on there. It's just, you don't have to cut it so the nose is on there. You can just cut it round. This thing isn't like a perfect round. It's just, I drew it on quickly and so I kind of drew a couple reference lines on there, drew it on quickly and cut it out quickly. So we got our nose here. Now, where do you want to have your eyebrows? I think that's pretty good right there. Let's get a darker pen here. Now, I'm going to push this nose back a little bit just to get a little, well, do you need to? Your nostrils would come here. And then you get your beard, your mustache. How do you want to get your mustache to come off? Come down here. Got to have a lip in there, right? So let's carve this nose back a little bit farther. We'll just push it, carving it farther, carving it deeper, pushing it back means the nose here, cutting it, pushing it down farther so it's not flush with the side of the face. So we'll probably, all this wood right here, we'll remove this wood right here to make it so the nose is right here. And it just gives you a little bit of, well, I don't know what the proper word would be, definition or depth. It would give you a little bit of depth. So I'm going to be using the Dremel 4000 with the Kutzall Extreme Flame Bar to start. Anybody who wants to get these burrs, just go to the description below. You do not need to use the code Carving Fusion anymore. It will save you the 5 or 10% when you go to checkout automatically. Okay, so it's something that Kutzall did. Like I said, I don't need to push this nose back farther, but it just gives you a little bit of a cheekbone. Like when you got the bigger one here, you can push that nose way back farther. You get some real definition. All right. So let's just carry on here. Oops, got to turn my Dremel up. All right, so there's your nose pushed back. Now your eyebrows. And where I pushed this nose back, I had a straight edge there, so I'm going to just kind of round it off right here. Just cleaning up underneath the nose where the bandsaw marks are. Give it some eyebrows. Okay? You got to remember, so you're only looking at half of his face, the side view of his face, but here's the nose. But you got to remember, you want to split the eyebrows if there was going to be another eyebrow over here, so cut deeper right in here. All right, you can take the bridge of the nose a little bit deeper. So there, I think we're off to a pretty good start. See how the nose is pushed back? You got this little bit of depth here. I could push the nose farther back, but that's good enough. Do you want to give it a forehead up in here? You'd have to cut deeper here. I don't think it really needs one. Like, I'm going to leave this as simple as possible for the very beginners. Now, your mustache. Well, your bridge, your snotter. Does this even need to have a mustache? Well, sorry, I was just thinking. So your beard will come down, mustache will come down here. So I'm going to cut right here on the nose to give it, and then remove some wood inside here. Just make it so that nostril sticks farther out. Sorry, I was kind of lost there for a minute. You gotta carve that nose a bit deeper in there. All right, so there you see some definition in there. No, I said I was lost for a minute, but well, I'm always lost. Now your bottom lip. How do you want that to work out? Let's just go like this. And your mustache. How does this work? Like that. Just carve her in. Just get her done. All right. So there's there. This is more like a live carving, I guess. Put a little bottom lip in there. Sorry, like I was kind of. I'm gonna explain this. When I was drawing things out and carving, I'm like, well, why does he have to have a beard and a mustache? Maybe carve it so it doesn't have a beard and a mustache, but that's fine. We're just trying to do a quick carving here. So you can see here how far I pushed the nose back. You just have to go with the flow sometimes. And that's what I'm doing here. Okay? You can give them the bumpy nose by putting just a little cut right here and feathering it out on either side. All right. You got to always keep in mind, you don't want to make that nose too thin. I'm just cleaning up the wood. Okay, so here, do you want to give it kind of a cheekbone and make the beard come off here? Or not? I don't think you have to. This would all be beard hairs down here. I think just the mustache is probably good enough. Let's cut that nose, the friggin' nostril in. So all I'm going to do is cut up and under. Right, so I got that cut in here. And just kind of round it a bit. Now, why is my screen gone black? But anyways, there's the snot hole. All right, so sorry about that. So a few hours later, I actually I was power carving like crazy, heavy hands, the bigger moon. Now, so here's your shape of your moon. This is what you got. What do you want to do? Do you want to give him a beard? Do you want to? Sometimes I just go straight down and then I bring the beard hairs over. Just carve Rob. This is actually the proper way to give it a round there and then bring them down, and then your sideburns will be up here. Let's focus on this eye. Now, you don't need to give him an eye. You can just kind of do like a little Asian type eye there. You can give him a sleeping eye. So with the sleeping eye, I'm not really just cut on this line. Let's just give him the sleeping eye. You cut here deep underneath this line, and you still want it to be round in here, not just flat. Right? So let's do that. And then we can go like this and maybe suck in some cheekbones there, remove some wood in there. Okay, so let's stand by. I got this taper burr on here. This is the Kutzall silver one. So I think I'll just use this and turn the fan on and carry on. Now, you can just leave it like that if you want. It looks like he's sleeping. Well, let's remove the wood underneath there. Okay, so there's, you got some depth in there. Well, let's do a cut up in here. Now, just kind of round it off inside there. Keep on taking that bridge of the nose thinner too. Okay, so you got a round ball inside there. Now, it would be best to look at pictures of, let's see here, we got this little fine pen. It'd be best to look at pictures of a sleeping face. So let's just kind of put a thin line like there, so it looks like there's kind of an eyelid. Now, what burr will I switch to? I think I'm going to switch to, well, I just looked over and there's a little pointy diamond bit there, so I'll put this bit on and we'll just kind of give it a burn under there. I'm just going to keep running this live. So like I said, this is just a pointy diamond bit. Then you can eyebrow up here. So there you go. There's like kind of a sleeping eye. We can, let me get another burr on here and clean up that pen mark so you guys can see it better. Let's see here. Stand by. Well, I just cleaned it up a bit with this little gold burr here, the taper burr. It doesn't really look like it's sleeping. So all you need to do is you can just punch a hole right here. No, what I'm going to do is get my, I don't know what I'm going to do. I got this 3-point Chinese cutter, and I'm going to do, recently I did that video about how I do eyes. Right, so I'm going to punch into this corner, I'm going to spin it, I'm going to punch into that corner, and then round it off. I'll switch burrs once I'm done punching the corners in. Okay, so there's an eyeball in there. And just, where do you want to put your eye? You got to make it round inside there. There you go. There's an eye. Now, let me get another burr. Well, you can just use the tip of this, just go very lightly and try and separate the eyeball from the eyelid. It will create just a little tiny shadow. Same with the bottom. I'm taking the eyelid down a bit lower. Be careful using these bits. They will chip the wood really fast. There you go. That's enough. Now let's switch burrs. I'll clean that eye up after. Now let's switch burrs. What burr do I want to get? I want to get the friggin' thing. Stand by. So this is a pretty old, plugged up Kutzall Extreme burr. So I'm going to do a cut straight down here and round it. All right. Now kind of, you see where I got that pen in there? I'm just going to go round inside there to kind of give me like a kind of a cheekbone. I don't know how well you can see there, but there's one. Now you just bring your... All right, kind of clean up this head a bit. You could bring your beard hairs over the side if you want. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so this is my micro motor. I'm just going to put another one of those 3-point Chinese cutters on here, just to give it some age lines up here. Oops, wrong pedal. Give it some eyebrow hairs. You can do this with the Dremel too. All right, separate that lip. Oops. That eye's not very good, but you guys can see I just rushed it quickly, just trying to show you guys. You don't have to be a friggin' wizard to be able to do this. Oops, I just made it worse. Good enough. There you go. You got to push that nose back. Now, where's my flap sander? I'm going to sand this using this. This is a sanding metal with, what's that, cloth back sandpaper on here. Get these are my Amazon store. I'm going to sand this and then we'll just finish this video. All right, everybody. That's just to show you a simple fence board man on the moon wood spirit thing. What's it called? A crescent moon? I forget the name. Don't forget to sign your pieces. 2025. Put a hole in the back. Hang it on a nail. And there you go. It's really simple to do. You don't have to do real eyes. You can give it hollow eyes. This guy kind of looks like he's a little bit angry. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep working on my bigger one and show you guys when you start with ones like this, you can do whatever you want to do. And I guess I'll keep on carving my other one. I don't know if I'm going to finish it today, but at the end of this video, I'll just show you guys the bigger one. Show you like you sooner or later, if you start with smaller ones like this, even smaller ones like this, you guys will have your own style and come up with what you want to do. So I'll show you my style on when I get this other one done, which has been a lot of freaking carving. Yes, a lot of carving. All right, so I got done carving what I wanted to do carving on this bigger one. I decided I wanted to go with the bigger native nose. They kind of have, well, just kind of square blockish noses. Down here, I did just a quick eagle head. This was a quick carving, actually. I just carved like crazy. And up here, there is another eagle head. Well, or a fire chicken, whatever you want to call them. That's my style. Now, when I do carvings like this, I kind of think of native stuff. I still have a lot more sanding to do, but see how, for this nose, I could have carved it right so this nose was on the corner and just made my face come off the corner, like a corner like this, like an edge like that. I could have just carved it, boom, cut it out and cut it in your, and then you bring your face down and do that. Maybe I can do that chainsaw carving one day. But I pushed this one way back, which was removing a lot of wood inside here to get the nose way back there. I just gave it kind of like a weird, different type of eye. Now, for these fire chicken heads, you have to carve lots of the back wood away too, because, well, I don't know. Well, let me hang this back up. I carved the back so it doesn't stick flat to the wall. Like underneath there, I got lots of sanding to do. But there you go. There's a good view. And I just did the smooth carving fusion lines. So here's the eagle or the fire chicken, whatever. Here's his wing pattern, and then just bring it down and connect everything. Connect the dots. I don't know. Just that's what relaxes me when I'm doing the carving. Anyways, everybody, maybe I'll do a chainsaw carving one. I think these moons look better too when you get a long points. Like the points are more up and rounded, but this is good enough. Carving fusion, over and out. Hope you learned something here. I know I wasn't explaining what I was doing too much. So I did a little painting inside the eye there. This, I could sand it a lot better, but I think it sanded good enough. I think I probably should give it oil. Put some oil on this sucker. I don't know if this thing's worth putting oil on, but yeah, maybe I should put oil on both of them. Why not? Now, I remember when I first started wood carving, I didn't know the difference with oils and clear finishes, lacquers, shellacs, and all that stuff. I've kind of just come to my own conclusions for everything. I think if you're gonna, this is what, it's cutting board oil. That's all I got here. As a beginning wood carver, I think you want to try and possibly stay away from the oils because, well, if this piece is not sanded consistent the same, you're going to get shiny spots and you're going to get flat spots. But as I've learned as the years goes by, and actually Spike's the one that pointed this out to me, when with this oil or whatever kind of oil you want to use, like what's that, boiled linseed oil. You can let the oil dry, then spray it with the clear coat so you don't get the flat spots and the shiny spots. Okay, so let's let that be known. Thank you, Spike. I don't oil that much, and I think that the only way to get the true color of the wood out is to use oil. All right, so that's why I'm using oil. Now look how dark this is going already. That's okay though, because I wanted it to go dark. Get the true color. Because this is really old first growth red cedar, and it's bone dry. This is some of the cedar that I got for the farmer. Good old Herman. Now, I could have wood burnt this and did all my stuff, tricks, but I just wanted to leave this one kind of simple. Because, well, I could have put some paint color, some reds and blacks and greens in it to get that native color. I'll carve what I want. If I want to carve native stuff, I'll friggin' carve native stuff. I'll carve what I want, when I want, and how I want. That's why this channel is called Carving Fusion. So you can see there already, it's already going flat here. See? Shiny here, flat here. That's what I'm talking about. but you got to really let the oil sink into the wood. Now, I knew this piece is going to take a lot of oil because the wood's so soft, it just sucks it in like crazy. I should have sanded this piece way better, but I'm not that guy. Got the eagle head. Alright, so there you can see the true color of the wood with the oil. Now, I'll finish this, and well, they say with the oil to put it on, the more coats you put on, the darker it will go. And they say to put it on and wipe off the excess, but I don't think there's going to be any excess on this piece because it's just going to suck it all in. But how about I get this on here, and I'll come back in about an hour and show you guys. I'll hang it up and show you guys the maybe some spots might be shiny, some spots might be flat and kind of fluffy looking. All right, let's show you this here. Eagle head. Okay, I gotta move this around. It's a oily job. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, look how dark that went. So, you don't see the shiny spots and the flat spots right now. You got to give it a few, like maybe a good week to dry. Then you'll start seeing some, like, it kind of seems like it's fuzzy. Like maybe right in there where it didn't sound that good. But like I said, you can give it a coat of that Rust-Oldham. You can make it shiny or whatever you want to do. Shiny, matte, satin. That's not a bump on it. That's just up there. That's just part of the sign. But and look at this. They're both, look how tight grain this cedar is, right? The grain goes this way. They're both old cedar. And well, maybe this cedar grew in a different part of the territory than this part grew. They're both oiled. One's lighter, one's darker. But I don't know. I'm thinking about keeping this one myself. Possibly. I'm going to do another video on this chainsaw carving, and I'm going to show you how to carve the face, which is a lot easier. Carve the nose on the edge of the piece, and then your face is kind of sideways in there, and it's a lot quicker than having to carve that nose so deep inside there. Do I like it? Yeah, I like it, actually. The more I look at it, I like it a lot. It's got character. Caricature. Hi, Rob. Anyways, everybody, hope this video's helped you. And there'll be a chainsaw carving. Same kind of wood. I got a couple more pieces left of this old Western red cedar. What are you doing up here, Lee? What are you doing? See, you like the eel? Do you like the moon? Do you like the moon, man? Anyways. Hello. Hi there. Hello.